Okay, pat to the heart, love, the last section. Oh, what's up, guys? Oh my gosh, I'm in this golden hour. The sun just set, and man, I'm really feeling some love for myself for being out here and just doing this, okay? So with whether you guys know it or not, by you participating in this, man, I just want to give my hats off to you. Because if you know it or not, you're showing yourself some love by just taking the time to do this. So good job, okay? All right, so, oh man, I want to know how this past week went for you guys. And this week in which we were trying to, I guess, identify what habits, attitudes, and behaviors don't have me striving towards that peaceful and loving relationship with myself. Okay, I want to know the tangible things or the thoughts that we're thinking or what we're actually doing that just doesn't have us feeling the best. Okay? Because if we can start to identify with that stuff, we can start to change it and we can start to let it go or release it. And once we start to let that stuff go, again, we're clearing the bandwidth for things that do have us feeling like we're working towards the peaceful and loving relationship with ourselves. Okay? So that's really the point of this section of love, is to identify the things that are holding us back from striving towards that good relationship. And once we're able to identify those and start to work of just letting them go, we're going to start to plug in some things that do have us feeling love and do have us working towards the peaceful relationship with ourselves. Okay? So this is the last section of love, and then we've only got one section after this. So I'm really hoping you guys have experienced some benefits from this and just got to know yourself a little better. Because this is just a guided journey for you to do you. Okay? So get those growth journals open. We're about to do the last section of love. Okay, go ahead and get the growth journals open. Let's get into that good space. Let's just dial in on ourselves, because this is, in my mind, I chose this for the ending on purpose of, the ending of love, because I really want to end, on just this thought of being intentional with our times. And we've thought about the habits and the attitudes and the behaviors that don't have us striving towards love. Well, I want to think about the habits and the attitudes and the behaviors that do have me striving towards love. Okay? Like, it's great to talk about this, but I want to know how the rubber hits the road. I want tangible things that I'm currently doing or currently not doing that has me working towards the peaceful and loving relationship with myself. Okay? So what I chose to do is this slide. I don't know if you can see it. The sun's down now, but I've got some beautiful light. So I'll just kind of explain it to you as I've done in the past, because it's really the exact same slide as you did in the last section of love, but we're only changing one word. One word. Okay? So let's just go ahead and just flip open the growth journals and let's write this same question down again. Okay? And the question reads, put your date up top, right there. And you can put love again at the top. Put love, and let's put our date, and let's get ready to write this question. Okay? So the question is, it's familiar. It's what habits, attitudes, behaviors, or HAB. What habits, attitudes, behaviors. I know if you've already written it down, I'm sure you did in the other section, but just write it down again. Man, just commit this to memory, and you'll start to identify this stuff for sure. Okay, so what habits, attitudes, and behaviors? This is where I changed the word. Remember here it said don't. Now we're going to put the word do. So what habits, attitudes, behaviors do have me striving towards? Do have me striving towards? Striving towards what? Oh, Here's that heart again too, the peaceful and loving relationship with myself. Go ahead and write that heart again. I'm sure this is getting familiar to you. That's what I'm hoping, at least. So let's just go through that question one more time. So what habits, attitudes, and behaviors do have me striving towards that peaceful and loving relationship with myself? Wow, that's kind of crazy. The last thing we were doing don't, now we're doing do. So what am I currently doing, or what would I like to be doing that would have me working towards a peaceful and loving relationship with myself? Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down here and we're going to just pre-plan. I'm just going to the exact same thing that we did in the last time. Hopefully this is just getting to be where you're developing this habit to where, every Wednesday, I know this is what I'm doing. I'm spending time on myself and I'm going to ask myself some questions and dial in on myself. Okay? So that's what we wrote down here. We're just going to pre-plan a time this week to ask ourselves, ooh, what? And then I just wrote the arrow pointing back up to that question. Okay? So we're going to pre-plan a time this week to ask ourselves, what habits, attitudes, behaviors do have me striving towards the peaceful and loving relationship with myself? Cool? So we're going to leave you the exact same way. I want to leave you guys just with some time right now, some sick landscape to ask yourself this stuff. But then also we're going to check in the middle of the week and we're going to ask ourselves this exact same question. Just dial in. This should feel so exciting because this is where you're really starting to think about habits and attitudes and behaviors that you want to be doing and that make you feel good and have you striving towards that peaceful and loving relationship with yourself. Okay? Oh, this is changes in the air, long-lasting changes in the air. Why? Because this is going to feel good for you, and you're going to want to do it. Okay? Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate you spending the time on yourselves and just dialing in on this because you're going to be a happier, healthier human. I promise. I'm out! One more section to go after this. Oh my gosh. Thanks, guys. Bye.